Have you seen it? Can you tell me where it is? Come on, I'm desperate. It's under Barron. It's not there. So today is Thursday, which means only one thing. It is 3-Minute Thursday with Jess Voigt Page, me. And we are going to be talking about how I lost $2.5 million. It was a real good time. 2.5 million of anything is a lot, right? $2.5 million, 2.5 million bobby pins hiding in a corner of my house somewhere, 2.5 million cats. I'd be okay with 2.5 million Barons though. That'd be a world I would live in. But just for a second now, can you imagine losing 2.5 million of anything? You can think money if it's easier to think money, but losing 2.5 million of anything, it's pretty dramatic, right? Now I might be exaggerating a teensy bit for the camera, just a little bit. Because I'm not talking necessarily about losing $2.5 million that I had. I'm not talking about losing it through gambling. I'm not talking about losing it through shoddy investments, but I'm talking about losing it through rejection. To give you a little context on why I was rejected by $2.5 million, let me fill you in. So I came to the US to complete my grad degree for saxophone, and as I was an international student, I was not eligible for any kind of student loans. And because I had auditioned through video, I was not eligible for any kind of scholarships through my university. So I was on the hook for all of my tuition, all of my living expenses, cash money up front from the beginning. And in order to even get my visa, I had to prove that I had enough money in my bank account to survive a solid 12 months here in the US without a job. So I had to do everything that I could to raise enough money to come to the States for school. So I did just that. I moved home with my dad. I had 7 jobs going at once. I worked in hospitality and teaching and all kinds of different things. I competed in every competition that had cash money as prize, and of course, applied for over $2.5 million worth of grants and scholarships to try to help me get to the point when I had enough money to survive for 12 months here in the US. Of course, me sitting here right now from Texas tells you that that was successful, but I definitely didn't get all of those scholarships and all of those grants. I lost $2.5 million of them, remember? Now I know it's not the same as actually losing $2.5 million, but I can tell you that every time I got a rejection letter or one of those "we regret to inform you" letters, I could feel that every dollar of that money slipping through my fingers, and my dream of coming to the States for school felt further and further away. If you ask any successful person on this planet, anyone in any field, they will tell you that they have been rejected far more times than they have been successful in any of their ventures. One of the secrets of success for so many people is actually just developing the ability to take rejection as a challenge rather than as something that means you're a terrible person and that you fail at everything. Because that's just not true. Rejection is just a natural part of the work that we do in order to move forward in our careers and in our lives. As you can imagine, I learned a lot through the process of applying for and being rejected by those $2.5 million worth of grants and scholarships over that 2-year period that I was applying. And I have to say that the biggest thing that I learned was that it is not about you. Getting a rejection letter from anything, it's not about you as a person. It's just about that project or the availability, or it's about the people at the other end and what they're looking for or what they're willing to put that kind of funding and support into. Rejection's not final. Rejection's just part of the game. And if you can figure out a way to play that game and to stay in the game, then rejection is not the end for you. The only time that you will fail, or the only time that you will not succeed, is if you stop. If I hadn't applied for and been rejected by $2.5 million, I wouldn't be sitting here today. I wouldn't have completed my degree. I wouldn't have made it to Iowa. I wouldn't have gotten to hang out in the cornfields. because I kept going and didn't allow the rejections to detract me from my work or to put me off or to make me feel really bad about myself, I kept going and I was able to accomplish the goal that I'd set out to accomplish. And so you have the ability to do that too. You don't need to allow the rejection to keep you from accomplishing the thing that you want most in life. If we stopped at our first rejection, we wouldn't be walking. The first time you fell, if you'd stopped, you would not have learned how to walk. And so the more rejections that you can get over the course of your life, the more success you'll have too. Every rejection takes you one step closer to achieving the thing that you want to achieve. If you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and click the subscribe button below and head on over to my website, jessvoigtpage.com, where you can sign up to be on my mailing list, get all my inside information, and I'll keep you posted on when I have new videos up and new blog content and all of the great things that happen over on jessvoigtpage.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. The links are below. But before you leave, I'd love to hear from you. In the comments below or over on my website, I would love to know what it is that you are working on in your career at the moment, and if you have any questions that you would love to have answered here on one of these videos. I'd love to do some Q&As, and I would love to know how I can offer content that's going to serve you in the way that you want to build the career that you are hunting for and that you really, really want. So let me know below, head on over to the website, sign up, and I look forward to hearing from you. See you later.